Hi, I'm Tamika and I'm 45 years old and I am currently perimenopausal. So my symptoms range from night sweats, inconsistent night sweats, brain fog, which is literally forgetting the simplest things like where I put my car keys or if I put the milk back in the fridge or not, or in the cupboard. And I also have times when I feel very, very emotional for no reason whatsoever. I'll be fine and then I'll go into this emotional overload, like something's drastically happened to me when in actual fact I'm just sitting at home in my living room watching TV. And also being short fused as well. So I have that going on quite a bit because I do have a young family. I also work remotely and work for myself. So it does interfere a lot with that sort of like feeling quick tempered and things like that at times when things aren't quite going my way. And it has altered my libido as well. So yeah, that's it for now. For me, I would say what's helping me at the minute is I've had a little bit of a sort of brainwave about stuff that I can do to help and support my own well-being, and that's perimenopausal or not perimenopausal. One of them is walking and exercising, looking at my diet, so trying to figure out what foods are helping me during a day or what's not. Also, fasting is great as well, intermittent fasting. So sometimes I'll not eat specific foods at a specific time, but then I'll alternate the way that looks, and I'll also make sure my fluid intake is increased and bring in more smoothies and shakes that are sort of less fattening, but and obviously having less sugar in, but got more value to them in terms of like, the fruit and all of that. Also, I've recently taken a trip to Holland and Barrett's. It's my newfound joy. And I've purchased some lion's mane, ginseng to help with my libido. I'm on vitamin D3 at the moment, magnesium, and also black seed oil. And as a combination, they are working wonders for me. Also for sleep, it's hot baths for me with lavender and some candles in the background, some mood sort of lighting and candles. It works, and a good early night, and yeah, that's what's working for me right now. Talking about menopause is very, very important. I feel like we've not done it enough, and I feel like the time is now. Once and for all, we need to get ahead of the curve of supporting women in menopause. You're not alone. And it's a simple conversation. Communicate it to your peers, a sibling, a colleague, whoever that may be. Find your person, because I'm telling you, you'll be surprised to know that they potentially are going through it too, or they know somebody that is going through it. So do reach out and make your voice be heard. Talking about menopause matters because people matter. So I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for the best part of 15 years. Absolutely love what I do, and what I do loves me. I am a mentee practitioner. I have my own consultancy. I also have a 360 business where I specialise in luxury lifestyle PR, entertainment, premium travel and events. And I've also got my own personal brand as well. I'm the intellectual property owner for a Q&A brand also. Um, for my work, I have the advantage of being a remote worker. As I'm self-employed, obviously I have the freedom to decide how I deliver my work. I move around quite a lot for work. It has a lot of travel entailed as well, and meeting a lot of people, networking, that sort of thing, which often lightens the mood in a day. Speaking to different people about different things is quite exciting, and sometimes, you never just know who you might meet. So yeah, that's the joys of my job. I feel like with the perimenopause, you get into the situation of feeling imposter syndrome quite a lot as an entrepreneur, and you just tend to feel like what you're doing isn't good enough. How are you being received, and that sort of thing. And I think I would say the more you do it, the more you get used to it, the more you can overcome that fear. But I feel like you just got to do it. And things that can help me to get through that is things like a good night's sleep, taking my lion's mane because it helps with focus, watching some self-help videos on YouTube or checking out a few free apps and stuff like that. Just, again, finding stuff that will work for you. But there's so much out there, and I feel like that's what's helping me. I think workplaces can do more for the menopause, for a start, by starting to identify and accept that a lot of women, midlife women, are going to be having these challenges. And what does that look like for their delivery of work, their working day, going into work and post going home from work? How can they put support systems in place that would better support these women? And I feel like focus groups within the workplace would be great. Just having them, it can be a once a month meetup or an ad hoc meetup, maybe some community kind of led initiatives like walking groups, wellness groups, having like a notice board maybe in the staff room with lots of information, for women to be able to obviously obtain. And also I feel like if women are struggling to get into work, do work, because it can get really bad and they have a really bad time, that should definitely be something that they empathise with, and they should find structures and strategies to support those women that are going through that sort of scenario, because it is real and it can be I can never say this word, debilitating. And I feel like there needs to be some compassion in that. However their policies shape up to obviously support that is one thing, but I feel like that is definitely something that workplaces need to be getting ahead on. My object are red roses. Absolutely love flowers. Flowers are everything to me in terms of them being nature. I love the smell. I love what flowers represent. I feel like they represent like new life, growth, flourishing, spring, just all the great things that make a woman feel like a woman. And this isn't me being sexist saying that, because some men may like flowers, but that is what flowers signify for me. Red as well, as you can see, I've got a red jacket on. It's not my favourite colour, but I do feel like red is bold. It makes a statement, it stands out. It's actually quite nice to look at as well. And as I'm of darker skin, I think red just is beautiful. And obviously the flowers and the jacket together combined, I feel like, yeah, just looked and felt great.